Hello, 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 everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jaylee. This is Jaylee's Corner. This is my review for Housewives of Atlanta, season 16, episode 7, Nashville Hold'em. I feel like Bravo, the Atlanta Housewives, they realize around this time we have nothing. Okay, there is nothing. We can't discuss Kenya anymore. Brit is boring. We haven't got to know the ladies that much or whatever. Porsha doesn't have anything to talk about. And people are just grasping at straws. And my people, I really mean Porsha. This episode, I mean, it wasn't all that. Okay, but look, y'all know, like, comment, share, and subscribe. But I know I've been doing car conversations for this but I watched the episode, so I'm gonna do a little pre-record or whatever around here. Okay, look, y'all make sure to go back and watch. We was live Sunday night, had a good old little watch along, got into some foolishness and whatnot. Go watch that review. Is up on my channel. Also, you have already seen Sinners. Or if you're not gonna go see Sinners, go watch my full review of the movie. It was such a good movie. That is up on my channel as well. Okay, go watch. Go watch. But here we are today. Okay, as I said, Dari said, to like the video, comment in the comment section, and then also subscribe. Okay, share it all your stuff. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Now, like, I'm here a little bit. I don't really feel like being. Like, it is midnight. And I don't really feel like being on, see, no lipstick or whatever. I'm really bright right now. I don't know why. But let's just get into the episode. For me, I feel like it was, look, Angela and Porsha clashing because Porsha having little petty, pitiful beefs antics. I am loving Angela this season. She and Kelly are, well, not Shamia, okay? But to me, Angela is the best addition to this franchise. Okay, now I know, oh my God, we got Porsha. We don't care. Giving nothing, giving false fugaziness around here. Okay, but Porsha's pitiful, petty beef is continuing. Brit is fake and Drew's court date. That was really what we got this episode. Okay, that's why it's these. Okay, we got Brit Brad up here, our girl Angela right here, Petty Portia right here, and then Drew is up in the corner. I don't know why Drew has this va boom wig. Girl, I guess. Anyway, look, let's go. It's really three things. I put up two fingers. Three things I want to get into. We're gonna start with Drew. So Drew and Ralph's divorce. I don't even think in real time Drew and Ralph are divorced yet. Is he in the house still? Y'all think is Ralph? Because I don't follow Ralph. Now I do follow Drew on Instagram. I don't, but I haven't seen her mention Ralph at all. Let me go to Ralph's page because I do wonder, is Ralph still in the basement? And I feel like he is, only because he was talking about his little podcast in the basement. And that was, as of recent, that was a couple weeks ago. So I feel like I would not want to still be living in the basement at this point in time. I would want to come and be in my own place, okay? I would not want to have to be living in the basement downstairs. Even if I am around here paying the bills, okay? I would rather get a new spot for me, myself, and I, with a room or two for my children, and then be able to move forward with my life. Because I believe Drew said once they are divorced and once Ralph moves out, she can put the house up for sale and they can split the money or whatever. Anyway, we see them getting ready to go to courts. We see Ralph's, home shot footage of him walking out the backyard basement door with his friend, I don't know, some dude. We see Drew then leaving. Child, Ralph took an Uber. Does Ralph have a car? Does he have a license? I don't know. Anyway, both Drew, well, we first saw Drew talking to Angela, about her and Porsha when she said, "Look, me and Dennis both talked to Ralph and Porsha in the beginning, and neither one of them had an issue before we started filming. And now all of a sudden, my face like it's breaking out. All of a sudden, they both have an issue. We don't know why. It's dumb. I feel like both Porsha and Ralph have the issue because of the cameras." Let's not forget, Drew put out a whole album, but whatever. So outside of that, we do see Ralph and Drew separately heading to court. We see Drew was with her sister, and I think maybe an assistant or something like that. And again, Ralph was with some guy. They both meet the lawyers at the courthouse. Now, Drew was like, "Yeah, is that Ralph's third lawyer? The fact that while going through a divorce, he's already went through two other lawyers. He's now on his third lawyer. Every time a person changes lawyers, it's like kind of prolongs it a little bit. So see that. Um Ralph, I think she want to get me out the house, the house I paid for. Sir, sell the house. I get you can't afford to pay the bills at that house and want a house of your own. Sell the house. Sell the house. And if that's the case, if you do not want to pay for the house, say, "Okay, Drew, I'll leave. Can you pay the bills? If I pay you some alimony and some child support with that money for me and your own income, can you afford to stay here?" If no one can afford to stay in their house on their own or find somewhere else, sell that big ass house and move somewhere smaller. But I'm like, y'all both trying to stay in the house. It's crazy to me. I don't know. But I also feel like if I'm the mom and I have the kids and the kids gonna be here, you should leave. Don't live in the basement, bitch. Anyway, so Ralph is trying to avoid being put out the house because he's paying the bills and I don't want to leave or whatever. And in the courthouse, her lawyer says he still hasn't given us this, that, and that. Okay, that's his third lawyer. He's being very difficult. Ralph's punk ass attorney, it was a lady, was like, "It's a money grab. It's a money grab," and she literally money grab. I said, "Girl, put your hands down, okay?" I don't see how Drew wanting child support and even alimony is a money grab. If Ralph has been saying for years, "I make the money, I pay the bills." When you divorce, if you're the one that's been taking care of home, usually you pay alimony and child support. That's not a money grab. That's just continuing the same old, same old. And when you divorce, you not together anymore. Now Ralph saying people think I don't love my wife. We don't think you loved her at all. Also, Ralph was fighting for their divorce to be unsealed. The same way we seen that shit happen with China Taylor and Iman Shumpert, where once things are unsealed, all your business gets in the streets. And Drew, like, I'm not scared of what isn't about me. Ralph, I'm scared about what's in it about him. But her saying, "I don't want my kids hearing the dirty details of our issues." I saw folks on social media saying, "Oh, what Drew must be scared of something about her." I was like, she flat out said, "I don't want my kids being able to, find out this stuff too." Because remember, Drew's oldest son can Google shit. Not only that, the kids as they get older could Google things. So I mean, Drew, like, I don't want it. I just don't want it public. When people want a public, undisclosed documents, divorce, you want some B of the S, okay? And so they go to court, and the judge determines to unseal the divorce. Ralph does not have to move out the basement, well, as of yet or whatever. And Ralph is out there skipping. "I don't have to move out. I can stay in the basement." And he's happy. Drew's upset. Drew's pissed. He's crying. "You're an asshole, Ralph. For that shit in there, you're an asshole." He's like, "Well, I'm an asshole." "Yeah, you're an asshole." And Ralph saying, "I just feel like, we need transparency, so to have transparency because, people think Drew's this innocent person or whatever. I'm saying we need transparency." Ralph doesn't want transparency so that, because my thing is, if you want things to be fair in the court, the judge sees it all. Ralph wants the world to be included in a divorce. He wants to embarrass you. Now, I don't know what, because I don't even think since then nothing messy has came out besides stuff we already knew. But like it wasn't as if we heard or Ralph said that he caught Drew eating Ty's cooch. Like nothing shocking has come out about Drew from this. It's just the regular shit we knew became public or whatever. So to me, Ralph wanted attention in social media. Ralph wanted the world, he wanted the court of public opinion to have a say so in the divorce. Girl, as we know, Ralph ain't shit. Fuck Ralph. Um, Bratty Brit Brats. We see her and her husband shopping fakely. I do not believe at all that they were shopping for a car for real. I don't believe he's gonna buy her a Lamborghini. Their house still looks empty. So I don't know what her husband does for money. I don't. You know what I'm saying? But they're fake shopping for a car, and while they're talking or whatever, the last time we seen it was her fussing with Angela about her license. We know she was lying. Britt Brad was lying about losing her license because of the accusations from Kenya. That wasn't true. Now, was she up on the investigation? Maybe. But Angela's point was you can't say you lost your license based on a rumor at all. You know what I'm saying? And I was investigated. When you're an insurance person and have a license, you have to be like top tier, like a good person. Bitch, you've done porn of sorts. You've done web stuff. Like you don't girl, if that's the case, wouldn't they have already done an investigation to get you the license? If you have to be above board, if all these things have to happen, wouldn't it have happened before you got your license? Or wouldn't they have known? Well, she may have sucked dick on camera before. She may have done a little cam girl before. Wouldn't it? Anyway, you were lying about losing your license. But whatever, okay? She then said, why Angela worry about me and my license? I heard some things about Charles. What does what Charles did have to do with Angela? Unless you have someone on Angela, shut up. Oh, I heard Charles had a baby on her. She should be more concerned about her husband than my insurance. Brit no longer has Kenya to beef with. She no longer has Kenya to be petty with. So okay, now I'm a beef with Angela. I'm a beef with whoever because what else? I want to be the victim. So I need people to feel like they're picking on me. I was a victim of Kenya embarrassing me, and now they won't let me lie in peace. They won't let me lie about my license. So I need y'all to tell Angela I heard her man. Now a lot of folks have said that same thing. They heard that that Charles cheated on her and had a child on her or whatever. I'm sure if it doesn't come out by the end of the season, it'll for sure be brought up at the reunion. Okay. But Brit Brat, girl bye. We then see Brit and Drew have drinks because Brit like, I want to meet with Drew to talk or whatever. Because again, at the little at Kelly's party, Drew felt like, girl, you tripping. You know what I'm saying? You are upset with us for talking to Kenya. We know Kenya. So when they said talk or whatever, Drew said, look, you were the one at the little brunch, whatever, saying, well, Kenya's gone, I'm here. And so forget about Kenya. And Drew's like, the point is we know Kenya. And so you saying that as if Kenya doesn't matter, it kind of caught us all off guard. But I wanted to know you. Okay, I wanted to know you. And child, when she said, so have you ever sold coochie? And she's like, what? Have you sold coochie? No, I've never sold coochie. Have you done porn? When Brit kept getting tongue tied and could not deny doing porn, she done some porn. Now she may not have done no explicit regular porn, okay, but I feel like she's done things on camera naked. Okay, so I mean, I'm just saying, because she couldn't deny it, right? She can. I've done. I haven't done. I've done. Which one is it? Which one is it? She then says, "Well, I didn't do porn. I've never sold coochie, but I did do webcam work. Back in my 20s, for like a week, me and my friend, my female friend, we were naked on camera talking. But it like was like any intercourse. Like no, there was no intercourse. I mean, some folks feel like dick sucking ain't intercourse. It's oral sex. So if you I can I some people can say they have never had intercourse on camera. That does not mean they've never gave oral either been given oral sex, has has either gotten oral sex or given oral sex. It's all a play on words. Because as far as we know, Kenya didn't show her having sex. Kenya showed her giving head. That's not sexual intercourse. So I mean, it's a look. Did I drink 2 drinks? Did I finish 2 drinks? I mean, I ordered 2 drinks. I drunk from 2 drinks. I may not have finished. You know what I'm saying? It's all a play with. I don't know. I don't trust Brit. Brit be lying. We don't trust her. But she did say, I've never sold my cooch. I've never had like intercourse. I've never had like intercourse on camera. But I did do the webcam stuff in my 20s for a week and I did make money. If you would she said I was naked. I was naked with my friend, my female friend. Well, if you were naked on camera, your cooch was out. You sold your cooch. Your cooch was being someone paid to see your pussy. That's paying. It's still she's playing dictionary. She's playing thesaurus. She's playing encyclopedia. She's playing antonyms and synonyms. Girl, the bye. Anyway, but I was humiliated. Y'all was sitting around there talking about how y'all think about Kenya. You know what I'm saying? But I was embarrassed. I was humiliated. The truth is, no one knew what Kenya showed really. So it wasn't as if whatever she did was like exposed. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, how was you that embarrassed when we didn't really know what happened? How was you so distraught before the season aired? Girl, I don't care. Anyway, I don't like Brit. That's it. Porsha. Porsha is being petty. Porsha, petty, petty, petty. Okay, I'm not beefing with Drew, Cynthia. No, I don't care. You know what I'm saying about Drew. I'm over it. So y'all cool? Well, we not cool. But I'm not. When you know how somebody is, we know how you are, Porsha. Okay, and so I'm gonna have a trip for my birthday. Okay, I'm going to invite all of y'all for my birthday trip to Houston, Texas. Not Houston, what was it, Houston? Maybe Nashville, Texas. I'm going to invite, y'all and stuff. I'm going to invite my friend, my sister Lauren. I'm going to invite Mangetta Shaw. I'm going to invite random friend 1, random friend 2, random friend 3. She like 4 random friends who we don't know, which lets me know because Kenya was gone. They were trying to just bring new girls to see what could happen. So, I'm gonna bring my random friends and my sister, and y'all know mine yet, okay? And then, uh, Timothy said, "Did you invite Drew? Cause y'all cool, right? I'm not inviting Drew. No, I'm not gonna invite Drew. It's a cash trip." Porsha trying to say, I only want to be around girls I love, who love me, who I want to be around. I want to invite folks who close to me. Girl, you're inviting Kelly, Brett, and Angela, who you barely know. It's a cash trip. Cynthia's going because it's a cash trip. They're filming a cash trip. To not invite Drew was petty. If this was a regular non-filming a girls trip, if she If she wasn't going to invite Drew, you can't invite the new girls and then say, "I want folks there who love me." You don't know these ladies. You was girl anyway. I can't. So production was like, "Okay, Porsha, we're gonna invite we're gonna invite Drew. It's a cash trip, okay?" They just got Angela to do it because it's a fucking cash trip. I get it. But Porsha don't have to invite Drew. I see in the comments, she ain't got to invite Drew. Drew was being shady last week. They're filming a cash trip. Every show, every season for the cash trips, even if you beefing, everyone is invited. Okay? Everyone is coming. And if you beefing, the beef is handled while on said trip. That's why it's 18,000 people. So they go to Nashville for this yeehaw Kyle and Carter type of birthday party. Excuse me. Because Porsha wants y'all to know, usually for the past 3 years, me and Simon was the one celebrating. Because my birthday is on day one and his birthday is day 20. So, but in the same month. So, because his birthday is on the 1st and then mine on the 31st, we usually just celebrate together. And it's the first time in 3 years I have not celebrated with Simon. Girl, so, so, anyway. So we're gonna be together, have a good time, blah, 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 blah. They get to this house and use it. It was a beautiful house. However, the house was too small for so many people. Again, she's inviting 8 random friends. It's 6, because it was Porsha, Cynthia, Shamia, Angela, Kelly, Brat. They invited Drew. Then it was also her sister Lauren, Manietta, and again, 3 or 4 other girls. It's about 10, 11 people. It was a nice house. The house wasn't big enough for 30 fucking people, okay? It had like maybe 3 great rooms. One room had 4 beds. I said one room had 4 beds. One room had a twin size bunk bed. I'm like, why on Atlanta Housewives do y'all get these houses? Or some of the black shows, y'all have these houses that doesn't have nice rooms for everyone. Then it's a, I want this room. They all should be, girl, y'all broke. And then when Shamia said, because I'm your best friend, I should have the second best room. Why would you not have the best room for your best friend? Porsha is a friend to no one. Okay. Anyway, so they get their room assignments or whatever. I feel like the newbies share the room, and including Shamia. I think Angela got her own room. I don't know, because Porsche had a good room. I don't know. They didn't even show the rooms right, but whatever. And we did not see the extras at the house. So maybe the extras weren't staying at this small ass house. I'm not sure. Angela missed her flight, so she came a bit later. They sitting at the table talking cash shit about Angela. Because Brit feel like I just don't like it. You know what I'm saying? When folks be funny acting or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because me and Angela was fussing. And I'm like, why y'all, girl? And as Porsha and Brat are kind of shading Angela, she walks in. I wish she would have not announced herself and just walked in, hearing them, discuss her. But when she walked in, they kind of, oh hey girl, how you doing? Hey y'all, and she kind of figured out they was talking about me. You can tell when you walk in, because again, the picture in the middle where you see Porsha being hugged by Angela and you see Brit kind of look like, oh, what's going on? Because they was surprise. She came in or whatever. And so they sit down, they chit chat or whatever. Oh, girl, hey, we had seen you, girl. Yeah, me and Kelly seen you, Angela, at Neiman Marcus on the weekend. Girl, hey, you gave me a little hug. Was that hug real? And she said, yes, it was. Because I'm not fake. I was like, I like Angela. Brit, again, trying to cause drama where there should not be any drama, okay? But, I love her. So, no, I'm not fake. If I show love, it's really love. And when Shamia even said, yeah, because she forgave me, olive branch and all. So, you can tell she don't hold on to shit. She's a grown-ass woman. Now they sitting down talking. Oh yeah, this by the way, y'all, Porsha, I invited Drew. I see when Angela, and now, but she invited Drew. I said production told her to invite Drew. Now we do see a FaceTime call that Porsha had with all the show ladies except Drew. And Angela said, "Where's my friend Drew? Like, I need my Chicago girl there. You not inviting Drew? I can't hear you. What you say?" Nah, she said Portia never said I could not. She never, and she didn't. Okay, and so I invited her because I feel like this trip is supposed to be about us all moving past issue again. If y'all are trying to move on from the beef between Kenya and Brit, why would you want to carry on this imaginary pettiness with Drew? That's a one-sided thing. Because Drew is like, girl, I don't have an issue with you. Why you doing this, Porsha? Because Porsha does not want one. Porsha can't discuss her assignment. Portia can't film at her house. That's why Portia took a trip to Nashville because she can't film at her own damn house. Portia can't film at her own house. Portia can't discuss her own divorce. Portia don't want to film with Dennis. Portia can't really film with Shamia because Shamia is her own entity now. Portia was like, I need someone to beef with. Let me beef with Drew because it gives me a storyline. Portia's storyline is Drew. And Drew like, bitch, I have my own thing with my crazy ass husband in my fucking basement, bitch. I don't have time to be beefing with you at all. But again, Angela said, I invited Drew. I felt like we can get things, it's a trip to fix shit, right? Yes, it's also Portia's birthday celebration or whatever. But again, it's a cash trip. Everyone goes on the cash trip. We not gonna act like we don't know what the fuck this is. I don't care if it was Portia's divorce party, Portia's new wedding, Portia pushed the baby. I don't care what it is. It's a cash trip with all cash there. Okay. So at the table, I guess so, girl. Since you invited her, but I didn't want to hear, but I guess since it's cool, it's fine or whatever. So they all get dressed to go out to eat. They then meet up with who? Lauren, Monietta, and then the random people, the random friends. And so the table, where's Drew? I think Monietta asked that, like, where's Drew? Well, see, I didn't invite her, but then Angela did. She went over here and invited her. She gonna have her crash my trip. I can't believe, she pressured me to be okay with you. Angela said, "Bitch, I didn't bully you. I didn't. If I pressured you, that's like me bullying you. I didn't push you to invite Drew. No. I asked, and you said it was not an issue. And when she was like, now you get the little backup crew. Now you're gonna, because Portia did not have any of the same energy at the house. She didn't. Now around her 13 of the friends, she wants to. What kind of glue on your wig? Bitch? I'm like, who you bucking at? And they up here, child, and cowgirl hats being loud back and forth. And girl, and like, girl, look, I did not pressure you, nothing. I wear size 12. I can stand on my own 2 feet, bitch, unlike you. Because Portia was absolutely piggybacking off the antics of her confessional crew, her sister, and whatnot. Okay, but I love how Angela was like she just wasn't backing down. Her point was, I didn't press you. I told you Drew was coming, and you had no issue. Okay, period. Period. Okay. Where now? First of all, Drew, who is coming, was back in Atlanta. Drew was like, I got all me. Dennis got me a record deal. Okay, we have an offer to a record deal with some company or whatever. So she was at Dennis's club. He has a club in Atlanta. Her and her sister celebrating her getting a deal for her album. And Dennis like something like about a while. Dennis wasn't there with them. It was just her and her sister. But I'm celebrating because I had this court date that was hard. I feel like I had a portion, whatever. I needed one day to just decompress and whatnot, and I'll see them later. Back in Houston, girls in Houston or Nashville. We see them fussing back and forth or whatever. And Lauren then, like, what's the issue with Drew? Oh, Drew hanging out with Dennis and doing stuff or whatever. Lauren then said, yeah, she's doing more than just music with Dennis. Then random friend then say, she's sucking some dick. I said, I know. And I was like, I know Porsha is desperate for a storyline, but to allow your sister and your random ass friends who we don't know to insinuate that that Dennis, that Drew is doing more than just music, meaning you're insinuating that she's fucking with him. And for your friend to then say that Drew is sucking his dick, then Porsha gets in her confessional. Well, Dennis like getting head. Back in the day, like when he would cheat on me, he will always say the girls he wants to fucking them, the girls give him head. Any girl he like gives him head. So did you give him head too, Porsha? Porsha insinuating that Drew is fucking and sucking on Dennis is insane. And she's laughing. I feel like you low down, dirty bitch. Porsha is a low down, dirty bitch because I think she know Drew not fucking and sucking on Dennis. She know that even if she's upset that Drew did not deliberately, directly say to her, hey, I'm working with Dennis on my album and we're going to probably film some things on the show. That don't mean she fucking that man. It doesn't. And it's insane that Porsha's a grown woman with her own daughter and she wants to try to insinuate your child's father letting women give him head for attention. So her daddy is a scoundrel? And you want Drew to be one of the dick sucking groupies? That's funny. I don't like Porsha. There's a reason that Porsha and Brit are friends now. Child, I hope Drew, child, I hope Drew go fuck Dennis. After seeing Porsha say that, I would say, Dennis, let's have sex. Let's make a sex tape. Let's get married. Okay. Let's get our own show. Let's show Porsha. Don't do that. I'm just saying, I think it's despicable to insinuate a woman is doing something out of retaliation because you're upset. Now, if now, because I know Kenya did it. Kenya put out what Brit already did. Porsha's lying on Drew. She's being a messy ass bitch, and I don't like it at all. Okay. Anyway, y'all, that's it. That's all. Make sure to watch my live from yesterday. Go watch my sentence review, okay? And y'all put in the comment section, would you like it if your coworker insinuated that you were sucking the dick of her baby daddy as a joke on a nationally syndicated television show? Anyway, I gotta go. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Bye.